All right, my lovelies, let's make some stripes on our paper. So first off, you have a placemat so that we don't get paint all over the table. You have a paper, and I have already written your name on it. When you get to your seat, the first thing I need for you to do is to flip your paper so that your name is on the back. We do not want to paint on the side where our name is because we'll cover up our name. So your name is on one side. You check and make sure that's your paper that has your name on it. And when you have checked it and you're at the right spot, then you turn your paper to the blank side. Now you get to decide, do you want your stripes to go horizontally, that means side to side, or do you want your stripes to go up and down? And I'm going to demonstrate up and down, but you can do side to side. Whichever way you do it, stick with that way. So if the first stripe that you do goes across, then all of your stripes will go across, okay? If you go up and down, all of your stripes will go up and down. So you decide, but whichever one you decide, you're going to do that the whole time. Okay, so these are paint sticks, okay? You can take out one at a time. How many? One at a time. And you can choose any color that you want to choose first. And you can use as many different colors as you want, but you can only take out one at a time. And after you use it, then you click the lid shut and you put it up and you can get a new one. So it does not matter which color you start with. I'm going to just let me do something darker that'll show up better on camera. So these work like a glue stick. They have a lid and you pull the lid off. Please sit the lid right beside where you're working so it doesn't roll off and get on the floor. Now these look like a glue stick. They have a little twisty part at the bottom. The paint is at the top, and this is paint. Don't get this on your clothes. You twist it up just a teeny tiny bit. Do not twist this way up. You twist it a teeny tiny bit. Boys and girls, I am looking for those of you that are following directions, because if I see that you're not following directions, then I can take your paint sticks from you, okay? So you have to follow directions. So my paper this time went across, like all my stripes went side to side. So on this one, I'm gonna go up and down. So when you start, you just kind of wiggle it a little bit on the paper, and then you go. Remember, your stripes can be up and down or side to side, but you do whichever one you want, but stick with that. So I went up and down, and did you notice that I went down and then I went right back up? And that is to make sure that my stripe is nice and bold. When I am done, I am going to put the lid back on. If you listen carefully, listen. Did you hear the snap? You should hear it snap every time. Okay, and then I'm going to get my next color, take the lid off and put it beside me, twist it up a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. You can see we don't want it twisted way up. You want it just barely above the plastic. And then you hold your paper and you make your stripe. Remember, you go back and forth until you get a nice stripe. And then when you're done, you put the lid on. What should you hear? A click, and then you can move on and you can do your next color. And I need for you to keep going until your whole paper has a stripe pattern on it, okay? So you're going to keep going and you're going to keep filling in until you get color all the way across your paper. Okay, remember, you snap closed when you're done, and you can use as many different colors as you would like. Remember, we are not twisting this up really high. You're just twisting it up a little bit, and when you put the lid on, you should hear a click. Okay, I'm looking to see who's going to be following directions. Remember, if you get this on your hands, I'll give you a wipe when we clean up. Do not wipe this on your clothes.